Cucumbers are one of the most rewarding crops to grow in the garden. Crisp, refreshing, and perfect for summer salads or pickling, they seem like an easy win for gardeners of all levels. But here's the hard truth. Cucumbers are also one of the most sensitive crops, and year after year, many gardeners lose them without realizing they're repeating the same fatal mistake. If you've ever watched your cucumber plants wilt, yellow, or fail to set fruit, chances are you've been unknowingly sabotaging your own crop. Today, we're going to break down the single biggest mistake that kills cucumber plants and what you can do to fix it before it's too late. You know, the number one reason cucumber plants die is not because of pests or poor soil, but because of water mismanagement. Cucumbers really do love consistent moisture, but what they absolutely cannot tolerate is soggy roots. Too much water creates conditions for root rot, fungal diseases, and nutrient leaching. Once root damage sets in, your cucumber vines might look green and strong for a few days, but soon they begin to wilt in the midday sun, leaves yellow at the edges, and before long, the plant just collapses completely. The problem often starts with gardeners thinking cucumbers are heavy feeders and thirsty plants, which is true to a degree. But, overcompensating with constant watering, especially when combined with compacted soil or containers without proper drainage, really guarantees disaster. What cucumbers truly need is balanced soil that drains well, but also holds enough moisture to prevent stress. If you're gardening in heavy clay or low-lying areas, overwatering is practically a death sentence for cucumbers. You can water cucumbers correctly every day, but if your soil is wrong, the results will always be the same. Cucumbers thrive in soil that is loose, well aerated, and rich in organic matter. Amending your soil with compost-aged manure or leaf mold not only improves fertility, but also creates the kind of structure cucumbers need to develop strong roots. Raised beds are particularly helpful because they naturally improve drainage while allowing you to control the soil mix. Many gardeners make the mistake of planting cucumbers directly into compacted garden soil or poorly drained patches of ground. No matter how much you adjust your watering, the roots simply cannot breathe, and disease spreads quickly. Preparing your soil with care before you even plant your cucumbers is the single best insurance against plant death later in the season. Another overlooked factor is how you mulch your cucumber plants. Mulch is not optional, it is essential. Without it, soil dries out too quickly on hot days, forcing you to water more often and increasing the risk of overwatering. But mulch must be applied correctly. Piling it directly against the cucumber stem traps moisture at the base, encouraging fungal infections like stem rot. A better approach is to mulch 2 to 3 inches deep around the base of the plant, but leave a small gap right at the stem so it stays dry. Organic mulches like straw-shredded leaves or even grass clippings help regulate soil moisture, keep roots cool, and reduce weed competition. Done right, mulching creates a stable growing environment that prevents the biggest watering mistakes. Done wrong, it speeds up the decline of your cucumbers. Even if your plants don't outright die from overwatering and poor soil, stressed cucumbers never perform at their best. Inconsistent moisture leads to misshapen fruit, bitterness, and susceptibility to pests like cucumber beetles and aphids. Stressed plants send out chemical signals that actually attract pests, and once those invaders arrive, your cucumbers have little defense left. Healthy, well-watered but not waterlogged cucumber plants grow rapidly, set flowers earlier, and produce straighter, sweeter fruits. They resist pests and bounce back faster from minor damage. Think of your cucumbers as delicate but determined plants. They want to grow, but only if you provide the right environment. Avoiding the fatal mistake of drowning their roots is the first step toward giving them that environment. The key to mastering cucumbers is not complicated gadgets or expensive fertilizers. It's consistency and observation. Water deeply but infrequently, always checking the top few inches of soil before you water again. If it feels dry at your fingertip, water. If it feels damp, hold off. Gardeners who stick to this simple rule avoid the extremes of both overwatering and underwatering. At the same time, don't just set a watering schedule and forget it. Cucumbers grow fast, and honestly, conditions change quickly. Heat waves, heavy rains, or even cool spells all affect your plants differently. Take the time to check your vines daily, not just the soil but the leaves, the stems, and the fruit as well. This hands-on habit really allows you to catch problems before they spiral out of control. So here's the bottom line. Cucumbers die every time gardeners make the same mistake of overwatering and neglecting soil structure. Fixing this means preparing your soil properly, watering with consistency rather than excess, and mulching correctly. Get these 3 things right, and your cucumbers will reward you with vigorous growth, abundant fruit, and resistance to common pests and diseases. Don't let all your hard work go to waste because of one avoidable blunder. Give your cucumbers the foundation they need, and they'll become one of the most reliable crops in your garden. If you found this guide helpful and want to keep learning gardening secrets that truly make a difference, make sure to subscribe to Gentle Herb Living and share this video with fellow growers. Together, we can keep building gardens that thrive season after season.